Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video we will see what is insider risk management and how to get started with recommended actions. I will log on to the portal and take it from there. Alright, I'm logged on to the portal, which is purview.microsoft.com, and if you are at the home tab, you click on solutions and you will see the insider risk management. You might see that on the left pane itself, but if you do not see that, please click on solutions and then select insider risk management. Now, what is insider risk management? It is a compliance solution that will help minimize the internal risk by enabling administrators to detect, investigate, and act on malicious activities in the organization. Through insider risk, we will create the policies which will allow us to define the types of risk to identify and detect in the organization, including acting on cases and escalating cases to Microsoft eDiscovery, the premium module, if there is a requirement to do that. Now, there are risk analysts in the organization which can quickly take appropriate actions to make sure that users are compliant with the organization compliance standards. All right, and if you want the use case, right? So we all know that employees have more access to create, manage, and share data across a broad spectrum of platforms and services, right? In most of the cases, organizations have limited resources and tools to identify and mitigate organization-wide risk, which, while they also meet the compliance requirements, there is always a risk of potential data theft by a departing employee and a risk of data leaks of information outside your organization by accidental oversharing or malicious intent. Now, Microsoft Purview Insider Risk Management uses the full breadth of service and third-party indicators to help administrators quickly identify, triage, and act on potentially risky activities. And the first step would be to make sure that you are getting started with the recommended actions. Now, when you log on to Insider Risk Management, if you'll click on Overview, the first steps that you will see, hi, your name with which you are logged in. Here are your top recommended actions. Okay, if you click on it, you'll see all recommended actions. First, you'll have to work on all the recommended actions, whether you are setting up Insider Risk Management for the first time or getting started with creating new policies. So this recommended actions experience can help you get the most out of insider risk management capabilities. The recommended actions include setting up permissions, choosing policy indicators, creating a policy, and more. Right. So, for example, I see this turn on auditing. It says, when turned on, user and admin activity in your organization is recorded to the Microsoft 365 audit log. Insider risk policies and analytics can use these logs to detect risk activities. What to expect when you enable this auditing? You'll get to the audit page and select start recording user and admin activity. It might take several hours before activity is recorded to the audit log. And there are the considerations. Auditing is turned on by default. If this action is marked as not started, it might be because another admin turned it off. You must be assigned the audit logs role in the Exchange Online. So if you go to the audit page, there is no data here because I'm using my lab tenant. All right. Now, when you understand the workflow, so the insider risk management workflow helps the administrators identify, investigate, and take actions, right? Actions to what? To address internal risk in the organization, right? So with all the policies, templates, comprehensive active signaling across the Microsoft 365 service and configuring alerts and case management tools, you can use actionable insights to quickly identify and act on the risky behavior, right? How would that work? You create a policy, you set alerts, you triage, you investigate, and then you take action, right? We'll discuss what all policies, what all reports, forensic evidence. I'll try to cover all these options which are available. All right, and how you set up alerts as well. Now, if you talk about the recommended actions, it talks about turning on analytics to scan for potential risk, And some of them includes video tutorials as well. How to configure these insider risk settings, create your first policy, make sure your team can get their jobs done. And then these are the investigation category. Review the alerts, review users, activity being this is optional, this is categorized as required or optional. Policy exclusions, allowed and unallowed domains. And then there is a time to complete section also available. Then how much time will it take to actually configure this one particular setting? Some of them have tutorials, some of them do not have tutorials. Show completed actions. None of them is completed. It says the action is not started and the auditing is turned on by default. So in such scenarios, please make sure that you visit the Microsoft documentation and actually verify that particular setting. Okay, this was just a brief introduction of insider risk management. I will surely make the tutorials on policies. I'll try to cover as much as I can from the lab tenant, but I'll give you a fair idea how would you implement a particular component in Microsoft Purview. I hope this was beneficial for all of you. If you have any further queries, please mention them in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.